All right, welcome to Gundam Explain. Adam here. Today we're going to look at the Kshatriya from Unicorn Gundam, the Robot Spirits action figure. And actually, here is, it probably won't fit, but here is the box. It actually looks pretty sweet. It was huge, but I kind of like how it has the kind of the foil metallic look, I guess, for the Neo Zeon logo and the name of it. It's the NZ Neo Zeon 666, pretty cool name, Kshatriya. This is the one driven by Marita Cruz, who is Pull 12, one of the Puru clones. So, all right, well, yeah, let's get to looking at this. As you can see, I kind of have it set up here, kind of a default pose. We've got the beam sabers in hand, 4 binders. Tons of extra features. I'm going to go through that here real quick. All right, so in terms of accessories, it's got this this kind of transparent, I guess these are the connectors for the funnels. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Also, there's a number of these thrusters, which is really awesome. These are what go connect to the binders under there, and we'll look at that in a second. There's also these additional thrusters here that they go to the funnels, actually, that are connected underneath the binders, including this that looks kind of more like a jet thrust. We also have, not only does the Kshatriya have its 2 beam sabers, but it also comes with the beam saber it gets when it battles the Jagan, I believe it was, in Unicorn. It grabs its beam saber, uses it against it. Pretty cool scene there. And then as for hands, like typical with Robot Spirits, tons of different hands. We've got, sort of open here. We've got fist here. And we've kind of got a gripping hand, even though what I have it installed right now, you can see what it uses to hold the beam saber has kind of the thumb, but it also includes, the gripping hand, just set up like that. All right, so let's attempt articulation. We've got a lot of head movement here. All right, it's got the binders, the 4 binders. They have a lot of articulation. There is the part on here where you can kind of turn it here. It also has ratchets for lifting this up, but also you can see within it, it can turn as well. So these have a lot of articulation, and it kind of makes it difficult to hold on to. So you'll probably need a space bigger than this booth I'm using right here in order to properly be able to handle it and all that. And let me actually take off the binders for the rest of the articulation. And you can actually see here with a binder itself, we could see that arm piece we were looking at there, where you can see the up and down here. It looks like it also has, let's see. No, that's just where it looks like there would be some articulation there, but I can't really seem to get it to do any. But it has also this piece up here. This is where it plugs into the shoulder. Thrusters also have articulation everywhere. And that's actually where you would plug in the thruster here. It also has the arm in here, which is really awesome. So this is just to do some more attacks and stuff. All right, for the funnels, you can actually press this open here, and this is where they shoot out. We can see that there. Here's a funnel. Here's with one thruster. Here's with the other. So very cool that it has the different options like that. All right, back at the Kshatriya. This is the areas that the binders would be plugged into. The shoulder underneath has quite a bit of movement. As you can see, we've got the sleeve design here that looks great, but also the arm articulation is plenty in terms of the elbow, shoulders. You've got a nice waist swivel, and you also got the bend at the abdomen. So yeah, there's a lot of articulation right there. Down here we've got the skirts. They move up and down quite easily, but they don't always easily fall off. And as you saw earlier, when I was posing it, this easily moves out. You've got the thigh swivel there. The knees itself have a few pieces of articulation. The knee bends back. This doesn't have any articulation. It just actually comes off. But we have foot rotation. Let's see, and there's a lot to the foot too. We can see underneath here. There's kind of the side to side. It seems to turn. That sounds kind of odd, so I hope that's not a bad thing. On the back is a very easily removable piece here where you can actually plug in this little cover here, and really I just leave it off. The point of it is for the stand it comes with, although it's really hard to get it to stay in. Alright, so here's the stand as I was speaking about. This goes in here, and it seems to just stay there nicely, but it moves. Depending on how you have the binders set up on it, the weight distribution could cause it to lean to one side or another. So it is difficult to get the correct dynamic pose you would want to get. Here it is to scale with the unicorn. So yeah, the size is right on it right there. So yeah, that's one thing you just saw that is kind of interesting. It seems with on mine with this hand, the beam saber comes out easily, so it's a little disappointing. I mean, you can get it to stay in there, and it works fine. I mean, because overall, everything else about this is fantastic. All right, so let me get to hooking up some of the funnel effects. The instructions that come with it are very handy. They do a good job of showing the different types of connector pieces and how they would connect. You can see up here, it's showing where to plug the connector into the binder and where it shows the funnel. And then to be able to connect the funnel piece to the connector, it does require using either this thruster or this thruster. All right, and that goes in pretty sturdy. Let's see, let me get this back in. It doesn't seem to move too much at that point. That's how you would kind of decide then what you would want, which of the connector types you would want along this. But when it comes to the piece here, let's see if there's, it looks like there's some movement. Okay, yeah, it looks like you can turn it because it's kind of a ball joint in a way, so you can kind of determine exactly how you want it to face. Now let's try it with the other. Okay, here's the other thruster piece for the funnel. It also seems to have a range of movement because, again, it's kind of like a ball joint. All right, and here's a finished look of one of the binders with the funnel effects sticking out. It looks like you can be a little creative with how you want them positioned inside, not only at the base of it, but also the articulation of the funnel part itself and whatever thruster part you want to use with it. So this thing could take up a lot of room once you have everything connected. And, you know, to be clear, there's actually not enough connector pieces for every fin funnel to be out at once, but it looks like you could do about, you know, maybe 2 to 3 for each. Okay, well, there's that. You can see it's kind of a mess with everything, and also note that there's not a connector for each funnel, and there's not a thruster for each funnel. So in the end, not only can you not have each funnel flying out on a connector, but you can't, even having all the connectors connected, you can't have thrusters for each funnel. So that's kind of a weird downside because I don't think it would take many more to allow that. But still, this is pretty amazing and crazy, and I actually need more time to perfectly sculpt how I would have the connector pieces in there. Anyway, that's it. I do think this is worth the price. Wherever you find it, it's going to be a little pricey due to the size and shipping, but this is one of like the highest quality Robot Spirits with all the accessories, articulation, Only downsides would be that it's not complete in terms of the fin funnel usage, but that's asking a lot. But also the way it connects to the stand we saw, it doesn't allow it to stick in or be too even. And you know what? I'm having that same issue, same stand, but with the Robot Spirits, that new metal Zeta Gundam, that also, when you connect it to the base, it's wiggly. So that's all I'd say. The Kshatriya looks awesome. Thanks for watching. Talk next time.